Hey, Blue Table fans, Sean here. And I'm at my friendly local game shop, and my son Jonah and guy we just met, Jared, are playing an Iron Hands versus Dark Angels game. 2,000 points. We're gearing up for a tournament that we're going to this weekend. It turned out to be a pretty huge one. I think it's at least 60 people. It's here in the Salt Lake City area in Utah. And this is the first tournament I've gone to in, I don't know, it feels like 20 years. I used to go to Rogue Trader tournaments in the early 2000s. Yeah, so maybe like 17 years. Anyway, just with the like 8-person, 12-person tournaments back in the day when they had these, and with really the hopes that I would bag best painted. And needless to say, the bar was pretty low back then. And I remember one time I won best sportsmanship. So when they called me up, I'm just like, all I got was best sportsmanship? This sucks. I hate this. Get it? All right, anyway. So we're learning the game. I usually just play completely friendly games. It looks like there's two little angels, an angel and a devil on my shoulder here. And do it, Sean. Don't think about other people. No, Sean, be good. You must do the right thing no matter how hard it may seem at the time. Hey, you there, shut up. So anyway, welcome to my life. So, I got an analog chess clock. I'm going to show it to you. Check out this beauty. So Chris, who I play, I think regularly, I would say, and is a really good player, at a tournament, if you request a chess clock, it's chess clock time. And he says he always does it, because then otherwise his opponent chews up all the 3 hours. And I think that sounds reasonable to me. And Jonah and I definitely need to have this. Like, if I bust out a chess clock in our game, I'm doing you a favor because I'm the one that takes forever on his turn. And in fact, I think I've taken over an hour for a turn before, so that's not good. I need to improve my game. So anyway, check this out. I learned about these. And by the way, you can just use your phone. I guess most regular people, because I'm from the past, most people just use their phone or a digital one. But anyway, this one has like a little flag on it. So as the minute hand hits the flag, it sort of lifts it up, and then as soon as the flag drops, that means it's the hour and that your time is up. And that apparently, and I don't know if this is an official thing, but apparently 6 o'clock is the end time that you set for. So if it's 30 minutes, if it's an hour and a half per person, then you set the starting time for 4:30. And as you can see right now, these guys are neck and neck for time. So anyway, it's pretty good. It's a cool little invention. And we're even going to be using it in our casual games just to be better players. And I noticed that when I was doing battle reports, it was taking like 5 hours or 6 hours to finish a game. And it's like, that's how long it takes when you're messing around and you don't know your rules and you got to stop and like look stuff up and figure out the rules and everything. And so long story short, I'm trying to be a better player of this game. And that's what I'm doing this year. And it might go into future years as well. So anyway, so other than that, it's not like I'm not going to show you the game and talk about strategies and stuff. Just not this time because, reasons. All right. Thanks for tuning in, and you'll definitely see some amazing things. Oh, let me talk about blue table painting for a while. So our turnaround time is getting better and better and better. And in fact, in the next couple months, with few exceptions, I think our turnaround time is going to be clocking in under the 4-week, possibly 6-week outside range to get things done, and possibly a lot sooner. Some things I'm getting done in just like a week, like smaller projects. I'm just finishing them. just up. And so I'm really tightening that up on all fronts, all the things that need to happen in order to get a complex project like an army done in a relatively short period of time, while at the same time keeping track of all the details and making sure that quality is there. Also, I have a great trade-in program. Yes, I'm plugging my trade-in program. So if you want to get a project done and you have just a bunch of stuff you're not using, trade it in. And I make it super easy because I will scoop up everything. Everything has a value. Pretty soon I'll be making a video about like how to evaluate models, because I see a lot of this online. And I see a lot of like, it's not bad, but I just see a lot of like sloppy offerings. Like the worst is if someone's like, hey, I've got about 2,000 points of whatever, PM me if you think you might be interested. That's like, and a lot of buy and sell groups, they have rules against that. Like you have to actually have pictures of what you're selling, you have to have a list, you have to tell your location, and you have to have a price. And I'm all for that. Because that's just super late. Like, hey, all you other people, make a giant effort to find out if maybe I have something for sale, if I even have it for sale. So, as you can tell, I have opinions about that. And also the evaluation. My personal view is that any secondhand models should be 50% off. And that's a good secondhand market baseline. But it can be higher. Like if there's, so for it to be higher than that, there has to be reasons why it's higher. And I think once you start pushing up into like 30% off or 20% off, then you're getting into the range of like, well, now you got to really have a great reason for something to push into those higher levels. So anyway, and there's like so many factors. And if you're a buyer, oh man, I could advise you so well as a buyer. Like, what should you look for? And things to ask for. One is base work. Like ask, do they have the right kind of bases? Or are they on some, like if you can't tell from the pictures, like some armies, they have MDF board bases, which are like cheap alternatives. Some people like them, but it's a problem if you get it. And I think what happens is some people use those and then they take the Games Workshop bases and they sell those separately. So little things like that, you've got to ask the right questions and you have to know what to look for and basically have an eye for it. And in my case, 2 beady shark eyes.
Oh, yeah.
All right, anyway, so we're excited about this event that we're going to. And, and I got a text from Rich Kilton.
So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11.
Here it comes. So Rich is an old friend of mine. He's a friend of mine who's old.
Oh, okay.
And there it is. And he says, so we played a lot of games, Eldar versus Orcs, and I think Orcs are dumb, and I hate them. And not more than Space Marines, though. So anyway, he texts me, says, looks like me and my son will see you and your son at the GT next week. Big smiley face. And I say, nice. Other big smiley face. You know they allow challenges in the first round if you want to play me. Winky face. And I say, interesting. So Rich Kilton, I hereby challenge you to the first round of this grand tournament. My Necrons versus your Orcs. And let's make it interesting. If I win, I want you to say on camera, Eldar is the best. And if I lose, then I'll say Orcs is the best. And I got to tell you, I actually got a little acid reflux saying that. Oh, that's so bad. So anyway, and I want to record part of the thing. I won't slow down the game. We're not doing a battle report. I get it. But I want to get on camera. I want to get some footage because that's a classic. You know, the Orcs and the Eldar going ahead. And you might think, well, why not Necrons since you're playing Necrons? Well, that's because the Eldar engineered the whole thing from the beginning. All right. BTP fans, thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And we're having a good time over here. And we'll talk to you later.
9, 12,